routine day at the ballpark here?
I try to formulate my words and all that. I don't know what to say. That was been a part of a lot of good wins. That's about as special as it gets right there.
Do you have any message for the team heading into the bottom of the ninth or anything? Or
It wasn't going good in the sixth inning, and what we did is we brought it up and we just talked about taking the results out of it. Regardless of what happened, the sun was coming up tomorrow, and the last 4 innings, win or lose, needed to be a growth step for the program, and it was obviously that and a lot more.
Bobby had been struggling at the plate until that last at bat, and you talked to him before the at bat. What was the conversation there?
Just not trying to do too much. We felt like there was going to be a pitch plan there, and we had to eliminate part of what his thought process was, so we did that, and it worked out.
Was there one at bat in the ninth where you thought that this was going to happen?
No, what I will say is we set the lineup a certain way because we knew Gatsby was going to be in the game today, and luckily it worked out.
So is there any doubt in your mind whatsoever that you're going to send him?
No doubt about it. No, 2 outs. We live by the sword and die by the sword. As you can see, we run the bases hard and aggressively. To get that many hits strung together was a borderline miracle, and so I'll take my chances on a relay throw right there. Alfonso running faster than he ever has in his life, probably, rather than trying to get another hit.
Yeah. How close of a play was it?
Well, I got worried, actually, because it looked like the ball was going to pass him, and it just kind of died and hit the grass, and he turned on another gear like the last 45 feet.
Right. You had a pretty long conversation with the umpire. After that, I guess the guy, you thought maybe he bunted at the ball or didn't?
Well, he got hit in the chest, and so
Okay.
my point was if he got hit in the chest, he would have had to square around fully, which would have made it strike 3.
Huh, okay.
Yeah.
What did he do with the bat? Could you see what he was?
Yeah, he was attempting to bunt with 2 strikes, and the umpire said he didn't offer at it, but he got hit in the front of his body with the bunt. The only way to do that is if he was showing, so I thought it should have been a called strike or a swinging strike 3.
Did you think it was going to get tossed in that moment? Going back at him 3 times?
No. This crew did a good job. Just saw how good Kyle Molnar is. To face that pitching staff and somehow find a way to win 2 games is a great accomplishment for our team. And my only point was, we're doing everything we can. We'd use 2 mound visits in the first 3 innings. We're in a first and third every time, trick plays, all this kind of stuff. And it's just like our guys are giving it their best. I wanted to make sure that crew was giving it their best.
So you pitched Dahlbeck yesterday, which obviously changed your plans for today.
Yeah.
Why Ming, and how do you think he did out there?
Well, again, I'll go back and give credit to UCLA. Grant Dyer, Molnar, Griffin Canning, if you have a chance to win a game at home, you do it. There was no Sunday at that point in time. He felt good. He felt rested. You got to give a lot of credit to them. Bouchard, hit a tough breaking ball through here, and they earned it. He's been stellar for us, and there was nobody else we wanted in the game at that point.
How much of a factor today was the ceremony before the game for Josh? And were guys talking about it, or trying to go out there and win for him, or anything of that nature?
I'll share a little bit with you about that. Before the game, the video, that was all done by our players, and the idea was done by our players and Jimmy Van Ostrand, our director of player development. And before we got into the day and the plans, I just said, hey man, stuff like that makes me really proud to be your coach and to be associated with this particular group of guys. And there's no question that was a huge inspiration. His family is really special. If you want to give attention to something, the way his dad and mom have been and acted and been a good example for our players and our program is pretty unique and pretty special. And we're thankful to have them around the program, and we want to have them around for a long time.
What happened to Salazar in the 9th inning?
He just took one off of his thumb. Sometimes happens to a catcher, so he seemed all right. He was smiling at the end of the game. He didn't have any worry on his face, so we'll take care of him. We're lucky. Ryan Hogg is a really good catcher, really good catch and throw guy. Hit a game-winning hit, I think, a couple weeks ago. So, we'll proceed however we need to.
Throwing thumb?
No,
His
catching
thumb?
catching
Okay.
thumb. Yeah.
You considered keeping Ming in for the 6th inning?
Yeah, we did. I thought he gave us everything that he possibly could. And I had a conversation with him in the airport last Sunday in Seattle. Came in and got a big out in that game that we won last Sunday that we need him. for this team to reach its maximum potential, and he certainly, he certainly pitched. He gave us everything we needed today.
What were your thoughts on the bullpen?
Stellar. I mean, we just talked about growth steps of the program, and I mean, how about Cody Deason, and Alfonso Rivas, and that's two really good freshmen that, we're going to rely on the rest of the way and for a long time here. So that was great. Kevin Ginkel has been drafted twice. We just kind of been waiting for it to come out, and what a time for him to throw up 2 zeros right there.
What were you most pleased with today?
I'm just proud to be a part of Arizona baseball, and in particular this team. I mean, they're the character that they're showing is something special, and like I said, you don't take that lightly. That is, that's Barry Bonds of the Pac-12. In terms of what they've done, it's amazing. So for us to be